Thank you so much, Mr. Roberts, for inviting me. I really appreciate the invitation being extended. Again, my name is Poetic, and this piece that I'm about to do for you is called Bounce. Now, in some areas a little graphic, but let me set it up for you because I don't want this to be culture shock. I do a lot of spoken word dealing with domestic violence. I'm a sexual assault and rape advocate, so a lot of my work is done in that field. And this particular piece is called Bounce, and it's dealing with domestic violence.
Poetic! Both. Thank you.
Domestic violence is an epidemic. Though this is not domestic violence month, we must end it. Whether it be husband against wife, wife against husband, boyfriend and girlfriend, it's a domestic thing that we need to end. Peace and saga. He had the kind of love to shatter dreams, all dressed up and make believe. The kind that come with diamond rings and things and things. He would offer gifts of materialistic pleasure to cover black eyes, rolling ribs, twisted tears without measure. Always apologizing for placing the blame on me. I know I should have bounced way before his number 3. But life for sure wasn't always their way, betraying my bumps and bruises as accidents while plays. But then I noticed things began to change. Girlfriends started disappearing because he was acting strange. But see, I wanted to believe that he was my knight in shining armor, though I could no longer hide my black arm. But you can bounce. You can bounce from any situation.
Thank you.
God is the only real man you can put full faith in. You can bounce from any obstacle or history of turmoil if on God's name you call. I thought a baby would do the trick. I found out the truth when I just took his breakfast one morning from feeling sick. But I'm carrying his baby, for God's sake, you think it would matter? I found out the truth when my blood began to splatter. I thought a child was born, and her imperfections caused more ligaments to be torn. And it truly was all my fault. Even though it was his love roof, the baby's head caught. I know, right? I should have ran for my life. But I thought I was doing my duty as his wife. But you can bounce. You can bounce. Now I gave him baby number two. A girl with no satisfaction. And her presence alone caused my hips to be fractured. Big hat, dark glasses, baggy clothes, and the beating, it didn't seem too bad after a while. But then I noticed blood in my stool from bleeding eternity. I started talking to family and friends. They tried to convince me to leave. See, I tried to get them to see that he really loved me and the kids. He was a good father, a provider. What need he be? I'm thinking every child needs both parents to raise them up strong. So I kept what I know now to be tradition 7 generations long. But you can bounce. Then I gave him his bouncing baby boy. And for 1 year straight, my house was filled with joy. But he turned 2. And it's time to be potty trained. Now the things he began to do, I myself began to believe they were strange. If only boys trained as quick as girls, both my legs wouldn't have got broken, but I would have these new pearls. survive. And he vowed that if I did, neither me nor my kids would be alive. But I managed to keep in contact with one big friend who vowed to stick beside me through thick and thin, thick and thin. But would you believe that I let this friend become this man's wife? But to this friend, I owe the very fiber of my life. My life. So he began to give me a strategy on how me and my three keys to get away. The message is to both mentally and physically abuse men and women. You can find strength to bounce when you pray. You can bounce. You can bounce. You can bounce from any situation. God is the only real man you can put total faith in. You can bounce from any obstacle or history of turmoil. If on God's name you call. I stand before you as proof. Now this wasn't my story, but I prove that you can find strength to bounce when you pray. I'm a conqueror, a survivor. I survived both incest and rape. I'm a survivor and bounce of incest and rape. Now what I love about the word bounce, it's like a two-edged sword. You can either find strength to bounce and leave, or you can find strength to bounce back from the situation. Sometimes you gotta encourage yourself because your girlfriends, though they cool, they can't give you everything that you need, so you gotta dig deep within and stand in that mirror and look at yourself. Hey girl, this is what I say. You can bounce, 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 you can bounce. You can bounce, bounce, bounce. If you don't remember anything else before you leave here today, know that you can bounce from any situation. God is the only real man. Put total faith in. You can bounce from any opportunity of turmoil. If on God's name you call. My name is Poetic. This is my time. I gotta go and bounce.
You can bounce, you can bounce, you can bounce, you can bounce.